welcome to Joseph's model railway, which is finally functioning, and toy room. Thank you so much for joining me. Just a little bit of housekeeping, as always. You don't need to like, follow, or subscribe. I just put some videos out there where I can, and I have a holly jolly great time doing so. Well, here we are. Look, the noise will be reduced. Now I apologize for some excess noise. That's because, of course, we do have Thomas the Tank running around, which is the Bachmann model with the moving eyes and the sound, but it's an analog one. And of course, anyone that knows about analog locomotives on DCC, you will know we get that noise. Now, they've done well at sort of covering it up by adding the sort of noise to it, which I think is wonderful. But as you can see, we've got 4 continuous trains running at the moment. We have Thomas running over here. I'll pull him off shortly so we can get a bit of silence there. We have a Class 25 who's had a bit of a challenging time pulling the tankers. We have this tremendous steamer over here. And of course, we do have a Class 37 that's hauling around. It's been a lot of work to get us here. There were also 2 nights where there was absolutely no sleep, including when my brother John, who I'd like to give a very special big thanks to, had come up. We put in about 15 hours of track cleaning.
How's it going?
Not having much fun doing this all day.
No, I think he loves it.
How many hours are we up to now, Joseph?
Could be about 5.5, going on near 6.
Just doing this.
We've only got this much more to go.
Well, here we are, thoroughly enjoying that. You'll also notice there the mountain section, that was really good design. It quickly popped out so we could give them a thorough good cleaning. Just pay attention there to that signal. But here is the mountain section in all 4 pieces, just laying down. Of course, the gantries did arrive on time, but they weren't quite exactly the sizing they needed. We'll have a special talk about them and the person who's been working hard with them, as the new ones will arrive shortly. We even had to go back. We destroyed several signals. I just wanted a green one to be on the layout, and here it is just before Christmas Eve. Quite late at night, we finally had success in having at least one wired up so we get that lovely green glow. While John was here, we also popped over to the next town over in Maryborough to, of course, ride the legendary Mary Ann, which was a lovely day out. I thought when I raced the scramble and make sure all our electrical work was done, I pretty much thought 10 minutes, a quick whip around the track, that's all we need to do. Because remember, it is all brand new. That's a bit of a disaster. Brand new track that had been installed. But the amount of cleaning was epic. But here we are. So you can see they are all running. So let's now just remove Thomas from the loco, get you in a bit closer and see what we've been up to. Well, here we are. Don't get too distracted by a lot of things going on at the moment, because we're going to come back and chat about them in time. This is a quick video for the most part. We're not going to talk or demonstrate anything. We're just going to enjoy some trains going by. We're also going to break it up into 2 sections. The usual sort of video where we'll just talk about what's happened, and there'll be a section after, when I always say toodles at the end of it, where if you want to stick around, we're going to watch a few sections of a bit of a go slow. The video has not been slowed down. We're just watching the ability of these particular locomotives and the responsiveness on these current chips and what we've found. And remember, some of these locos are certainly more than 10 years old that are running on there. They haven't been used much because we've been waiting for this moment. So I'm blown away at how smooth the operation can be at even the smallest speed step. And I want to just make mention of that, because even when we had some running around and we were testing, making sure everything is functioning the way it should, even at speed step number 1, what you would certainly find, and I realize these edits are going to be terrible on the video, because if I make an edit, the train's going to be moving in all sorts of positions. But even if we were running at the locomotive at, let's say, speed step 15, and we then added coaches to it, and then it decided to make its way up on the incline. Well, certainly, as you may well be seeing, There really isn't much variation, if anything. The locomotives can deal with them, and everything seems to be exceptionally functional. Now, I do have some sound locomotives, and some of them on the layout are sound equipped but not activated. I generally like a bit more of the peace and quiet, time and a place, and we'll see that coming up in later videos. But I think most importantly, as you can see, it's wonderful that we are now seeing some movement. Of course, in future videos, we're going to go back to landscaping and working on some things, but it is refreshing. 2 years it's taken. That last month was a mad scramble, knowing that I had my brother John was coming up to visit me, and the first family member to see the layout in action. We needed to get it going. So of course, that's why some of the videos got a little bit sketchy there toward the end. And I suppose more importantly, there was a lot we needed to get done. We had to quickly get all of our tools off of the bench and away. And needless to say, we had to get the wiring finished. So here's a few pictures of that. But as you can see, I think the outcome has been absolutely smashing. And we have these trains running around at the moment. So we did reach our achievement. They were all running on Christmas Day. It was a challenge getting a few other bits and pieces done. And the track cleaning, let's not forget that a lot of locomotives will actually have little rubber tires on them. And over time that can deteriorate. And that's why even when these have been cleaned and cleaned again, if I run my finger, you'll see I've got 2 black marks. Now that is coming off those rubber tires. Of course, we're going to talk about track cleaning in an upcoming video and my method, which some people will hate, but it works for me. And a big thank you to my brother, of course, for donating so much time in getting this happening for our Christmas, for our main attraction of Christmas running. It was an absolute pleasure to see it all unfold, and we have a lot more work we need to do, including working on our mimic panel, which I have started work on at the moment to give a little more simplicity and functionality. Whoops! It looks like that other train caught up there. I've got to stay on top of that. Well, girls and boys, ladies and gentlemen, once again, that's now going to conclude another video. For those of you that are sticking around for the go slow section, I hope you enjoy it. In the meantime though, I hope you've enjoyed everything you've seen on this particular layout. Got to do more clever editing because I had to cough there. But I'd like to thank you so much as always for joining me. I'll certainly look forward to seeing you in the next one. Stay safe. Toodles! Gee, that's a long one, isn't it? It was well worth it though, seeing those 3 go past. I think so. Stay safe, Toodles.